You know that person at your office? Let's call them Chad or Brenda. Chad gets promoted for organizing the fantasy football league. Brenda gets a raise for remembering everyone's birthday. And you just solved a massive server-side dependency issue that saved the company from a total meltdown, and all you got was a half-eaten donut from the break room. You work harder, you're smarter, but somehow Chad is your new boss. You want to key his car, but you also want his job. So what's the secret? Are these people just born with a silver spoon lodged somewhere? Strategic? Well, a guy named Robert E. Kelley and his team of nerds actually studied this. They looked at hundreds of these workplace stars at huge companies and compared them to us regular, coffee-fueled mortals. And they found zero difference in IQ, creativity, or ambition. The secret wasn't what they had in their heads, but how they used it. They found 9 specific strategies that these stars use. And get this, when they taught these strategies to average employees, their productivity literally doubled. So, if you're tired of eating leftover donuts, stick around. We're about to unpack how to be a star at work. First up, initiative. This doesn't mean suggesting a new brand of coffee for the Keurig. It means you stop thinking of your job description as a sacred text. It's more like a vague suggestion. Stars actively hunt for the important work that falls through the cracks. The stuff nobody owns, but everyone complains about. Like this woman, Kathleen Betts, a part-time state employee who found a loophole that saved the government almost $500 million. That was not in her job description. Your job is to do your job well, sure, but your real job is to find a way to make your company money or save it from losing a butt ton of it. So look for those gaps, but remember the rules. Crush your actual work first. Focus on things that affect the bottom line and see it through. Don't be the idea guy who disappears when it's time to actually do the work. Nobody likes that guy. Strategy 2 is a big one. Networking. And no, I don't mean awkwardly hovering by the cheese platter at the company holiday party. It means knowing who to call when you're screwed. The book says most of us only have about 20% of the knowledge we need to do our jobs. The other 80% is locked in someone else's skull. Stars are masters at picking those locks. When they need an answer, they get it in an hour. The rest of us, we spend 3 to 5 times longer wandering the digital desert of Google alone. Think of it like building a heist crew. You need a tech expert, a smooth talker, a getaway driver. You build this crew by establishing your own expertise. You have to bring a skill to the table. And you help them before you need something. You scratch their back, they help you haul the gold out of the vault later. It's a barter system. Offer up your genius first, and people will be lining up to help you. All right, number 3, self-management. In other words, stop waiting for your boss to be your mom. They're not going to tell you to eat your vegetables or manage your time. Star performers manage themselves. They know their own rhythms. Are you a night owl forced into an 8 a.m. meeting culture? Figure it out. A guy in the book convinced his whole department to shift their hours later because he knew he did his best work after lunch. Stars protect their flow state, that magical zone where you're so focused you forget to pee for 6 hours. They find a quiet corner, put on headphones, and communicate to their colleagues that if they interrupt them, they will be met with the fury of 1,000 suns. Politely, of course. They treat their focus time like a rocket launch. Once it's started, you don't stop it to ask a dumb question. Number 4 is all about perspective. You can be the most brilliant engineer in the world, but if you create a product that nobody wants, you're just a brilliant person with a useless hobby. Stars have the ability to step outside their own bubble. One woman in the book, a software developer, voluntarily moved to the testing department. Everyone thought she was nuts. It was seen as a step down. But she learned exactly how and why software fails, which made her an absolute legend when she went back to developing. So talk to your colleagues, your customers, even your competitors. Heck, a neuroscientist made a huge breakthrough by reading about immune system drugs. Get out of your own little world. It's like being a world-class chef who still eats at Taco Bell sometimes just to see what's going on out there. Now, let's talk about followership. I know it sounds lame, like being a sidekick, but the book says 90% of us are followers 90% of the time. And those followers contribute 90% of a company's success. So you can either be a sheep who just does what they're told, or you can be a star follower. A star follower thinks for themselves, questions things respectfully, and is committed to the goal, not just the boss. It's a strategic partnership, not a master-slave situation. Great followers become great leaders because they've actually learned how things work from the inside. Which brings us to the sixth strategy, small L leadership. Forget the big L leader, the charismatic CEO giving a TED talk. That's mostly Hollywood nonsense. The real work gets done by people with small L leadership. They're the ones without a fancy title who just make things happen. They lead because they have knowledge, not authority. They have amazing people skills because they actually ask colleagues, what do you want to get out of this project? And they have drive. They do the boring, unglamorous work of scheduling meetings and keeping things on track. You can start doing this tomorrow, no promotion required. Hey, is this information making things run smoother for you? Well, if you want to keep your project, the project of becoming a workplace star, moving forward, you should probably practice some small L leadership and take the initiative to hit that subscribe button. Consider this channel a key member of your new knowledge network. We'll handle the unglamorous work of researching and presenting. All you have to do is show up. Don't be a sheep. Subscribe. Okay, where were we? Yes, number 7, teamwork. Let's be honest, most team meetings are a soul-draining vortex from which no productivity escapes. Stars know this. They don't just blindly accept every team invitation. They treat it like a suspicious email attachment. They ask questions. Is this team absolutely necessary? Can the mission be explained in 2 sentences? Does this project actually matter? If they do join, they steer the conversation back on topic and make sure the quiet genius in the corner gets a chance to speak. Number 8 is organizational savvy. This is the big one. It's about understanding the unwritten rules. Every workplace has the official org chart, which is a lovely piece of fiction. Then there's the real network of power. Who really makes decisions? It might be your boss's assistant, not your boss. Stars study this social map. They know who to talk to, how to approach them, and how to get support for their ideas without stepping on political landmines. It's not about being a suck-up. It's about understanding the terrain, so your brilliant work doesn't die in a committee meeting. And finally, number 9, persuasive communication. A brilliant engineer named Luis created voicemail. Freaking voicemail. But he had crippling presentation anxiety. His ideas were solid gold, but he couldn't sell them. Your technical skills can make you good, but your ability to communicate your ideas is what makes you influential. You have to know your audience and tell a story, not just barf up a spreadsheet of data. And if you're just not a great public speaker, use your network. Partner with someone who is. So there you have it. 9 strategies. Take initiative, build a network, manage yourself, gain perspective, be a star follower, practice small L leadership, be smart about teamwork, develop organizational savvy, and learn to persuade. Notice how they all link together. It's a whole system. Being a star at work isn't magic. It's not about being born a genius or working 100 hours a week. It's about working smart, with intention. So stop worrying about Chad and Brenda. Master these skills, and soon enough, they'll be wondering what your secret is.